Namaskar, I am Sugan Singh, Assistant Professor in the School of Civil Engineering, Malgotias University, Greater Noida. I, on behalf of Spasht Drishtikon team, welcomes you. This is our first lecture on wastewater treatment and disposal. In this lecture, we shall going to discuss importance of wastewater treatment and various important episodes which contaminate our air, water, which ultimately impact human life on a large scale. We also discuss about the role of environmental engineer. So let's discuss it one by one. For human existence, air, water, food are necessary components. If any of these are polluted, then it causes various problems. All living organisms respire 24/7. If air is polluted, it causes respiratory or cardiovascular problem. If water is polluted, it may cause waterborne disease to humans, that is cholera, hepatitis, typhoid, diarrhea, etc. Water contaminated with toxic element also causes arsenic poisoning, lead poisoning, cadmium poisoning, mercury poisoning, etc. This not only affect humans but also aquatic life and environment. If food is contaminated, then it causes food poisoning and various other diseases. Now let's discuss important episode which contaminate our air, water, therefore impact human life on a large scale. First one is the very famous industrial disaster of India, Bhopal gas disaster, occurred midnight of December 2, 1984, where poisonous gas methyl isocyanate was leaked out from the Union Carbide India Limited, which killed almost 16,000 people and more than 5 lakh people were exposed to this gas. Warren Anderson was the CEO of UCIL at the time of this disaster. Next episode is Minamata syndrome. As the name suggests, this disease was first reported in the Minamata city of Japan in the year 1956. It's a neurological disorder caused by mercury poisoning. From 1932 to 1968, wastewater containing methyl mercury released from Chijo Corp chemical factory discharged into Minamata Bay. This methyl mercury get accumulated in the aquatic species of Minamata Bay, which is being consumed by local resident. This lead to human death for the next 36 years. Moving to next episode, Itai syndrome. It was first reported in Toyama, Honshu, Japan in the year 1968. Since 1912, wastewater containing cadmium from Misui Mining and Smelting Company discharged it into Jinju River. This river water is used for cultivation of crops. Therefore, accumulation and biomagnification of cadmium in local humans from crop or from drinking the river water leads to severe effects such as softening of bones and kidney failure. Moving to the next water contamination disease, methemoglobinemia, also called blue baby disease. Blue baby syndrome is caused by excessive intake of nitrate. This disease mainly predominates in baby because of lower acidity in intestine. This lower acidity enhances nitrate reducing bacteria, therefore converting nitrate to nitrite. Here is important point to note, nitrite is having great affinity to oxygen when compared with hemoglobin. Hence, nitrate reduces oxygen in the body and causes suffocation, which turns the baby body to blue. In extreme case, baby may die because of suffocation. Therefore, in drinking water, nitrate content should not be greater than 45 mg per liter. Moving next, fluorosis. Fluorosis is mainly caused by excessive intake of fluorine compound. Fluorine compound is very necessary for overall development of teeth and bones. Therefore, it should always be needed. However, in excess, it will have detrimental impacts on humans and animals. For example, if fluoride is less than 0.8 mg per liter, then it causes dental cavities. If fluoride content is more than 1.2 mg per liter, it causes dental fluorosis. If we consume fluoride more than 5 mg per liter for a long term, it may cause buckling of bones or enlargement of bones. Hence, fluoride content should be in between 0.8 to 1.2. For normal, it can be said fluoride content should vary from 1 to 1.5 mg per liter. Now let's discuss the role of environmental engineer. The role of environmental engineer is to supply water safe in quality and adequate in quantity at sufficient pressure, to collect, treat, and dispose of wastewater generated from a community, to put in place methods for pollution prevention in industries, to treat and dispose of industrial wastewater, to control air pollution, to provide waste management method to collect, storage, and safely disposed of, to design water treatment facilities, to design wastewater treatment facilities, etc. Keep watching our channel. Please do like and subscribe. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.